Water is vital to life in Nebraska. For many Nebraska households, that water comes from a private well. While public water systems are regularly tested and regulated, private wells are not subject to the same requirements. That means well owners themselves are responsible for understanding and maintaining their drinking water.
There was a Nebraska rural poll in 2022 that asked rural respondents what was their level of concern about their water quality and if they ever had their well tested. Almost everybody said that they were concerned about their well water quality, but people who identified as well owners or well users, only about 30% of them had gotten their well tested.
Know Your Well I've been doing for about 5 years. It's been going on for I think about close to 15 years. It's a great citizen science project. Us in Omaha, we probably don't think about it, but 85% of Nebraskans get their water from groundwater, and a lot of those are like private wells, some of those unregistered wells. So it's kind of nice, you're using your local community, you're using high school students to go out in their community with people that they know, testing groundwater and kind of get an idea, because there's some people that, they have no idea that they could have heightened nitrates or other pollutants in their groundwater.
The Nebraska Water Center, part of the Doherty Water for Food Global Institute at the University of Nebraska, provides students with knowledge and skills for private well testing through the Know Your Well program. By linking classroom science education with field-based well testing, this initiative carries forward the land grant mission of the University of Nebraska.
And the goal was to get kids hands-on experience, seeing what it's like to be a water technician and actually literally do the process. And then homeowners get a benefit because they get a professional analysis of their water from UNL's chemistry department, which typically would cost them $300 to $400. So that can be a deterrent. So most homeowners have been very welcoming for us to come and do this. And then for education, they're very happy to support that too.
Through hands-on learning, Know Your Well connects students to science through a real-world problem and provides a way for them to explore solutions. Students collect samples from private wells in and around their own communities. Using probes and kits, they test for nitrate and other contaminants affecting rural well water quality, comparing their kit results to comprehensive and more accurate testing from a university laboratory. They analyze real data and conceptualize how groundwater quality can impact human health in their communities. For participating well owners, that work results in a comprehensive laboratory test report showing how their well water compares to safe drinking water standards, often at no cost.
So today, we went out and pulled water samples from different hydrants from different owners' wells. So when we were pulling the water, I first had to hook the hose up and let the water run out for about 5 minutes just to ensure that we were going to get a clean sample. Next, I filled up a couple of bottles much like these, and then I can run tests off of these bottles here later on today.
Really, where the Know Your Well program excels is in the lab testing and in the water collection. So getting out of the classroom and going beyond the classroom is always a huge benefit to education in any subject area, and especially in this, for students to be able to get out and test wells, actually inspect wells, learn about what wells look like, where they are, even some of the differences, and then how landscape and how a lot of external factors affect water quality has been a huge positive from my standpoint about the Know Your Well program.
Samples are analyzed both in classrooms and through the Water Sciences Laboratory at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, ensuring families receive reliable, science-based results.
We've learned about stuff like how nitrates could affect your health in the long term. If those things get into your well, they can cause brain concerns. They could slow developmental process. they could lead to bad diseases that could lead to your death. So it's good to check regularly.
Regular well testing is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect household health, especially for young children and pregnant women. Identifying potential concerns early allows families to make informed decisions about their water.
We've got just about the most valuable resource in the world, the Ogallala High Plains Aquifer. It's only good if we can protect it. So we're tasked with that as Nebraskans. We've got this massive resource under our feet, and we need to make sure future generations can utilize the resource.
Me working with well stuff has been kind of inspired by this class because recently I was more into like animals, but I think I'm more into like water right now, so.
I would like to become a farmer here later on in my life, and just knowing some of the facts about your water, immense knowledge that can happen from that. You can just pull water samples from, let's say you have 3 different fields. If you say I've got a high nitrate problem on my one field and a really low nitrate problem on the other field, I would have never known that if I didn't experience this Know Your Well program.
Across Nebraska, students are helping communities better understand their groundwater. Through partnerships connecting schools, natural resources districts, and the University of Nebraska, Know Your Well inspires curiosity and strengthens water and science literacy. In the process, students gain understanding of our vital resource that Nebraska will continue to value for generations to come.